Haha. Welcome to episode 26 of The Chop with Rise, Grind, Repeat. It's a place where we explore perspectives and inspire action. I'm Mikey C.
I'm Brevin Fields.
We got a special guest here. I don't mean to interrupt you, but because before you even say anything, I was thinking about this today. I was like, we got Joe coming on. And I was like, I know a lot of Joes, and every one of them are damn good dudes.
Nice.
So I just want to say that. My bad, everybody. We got Joe B today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to be
intro to
here.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, my name's Joe. I've been friends with Brevin since sophomore year in college here.
Yeah, sophomore year.
And
Yeah, we could run that. We could run that up real quick because you guys. When did you guys meet, or did you guys have a class, or?
met each other in a class. We met each other
Public
in
speaking?
Yes, was public speaking.
Yep. Public speaking. Now we're here.
Yeah, I don't remember
Speaking.
how we actually initiated our conversation.
We were always just like the two kids in the class
Yeah.
giving, and like when she would ask questions and then it'd be silent. And me and you, I feel like we're always shooting answers out.
100%.
Like me and the homie too, and just like kind of joking a little bit, jokesters. And then we
Yeah.
kind of, I feel like, I don't know, like after class, but what's up, bro?
100%.
And then it turned into just like, I think I got your Snapchat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then from there, it just ran.
Yeah. Now here we are, what, three years later?
Mr.
Yeah.
Joe.
Rocking and rolling.
3
Yo,
years
speak
later.
of that though, Joe. What's your Snapchat, real quick?
It is JOEBEE10.
All right, I just wanted to throw that out there because you're
Let
gonna
me
be.
double check that. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
it might be.
No, you're gonna want to friend and follow Joe here. We got some cool stuff coming up.
Yeah,
It is
planned.
just JOEBE10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's going to be some good stuff on the Snap coming up planned.
Yeah, Mr. Joe hit us up a couple weeks ago. We were pretty excited for it. I got this pulled up right now. I was just looking at the pivotal places.
Nice.
Hmm?
Yeah, Joe's actually came to us with a couple ideas, wondering if we could give him some insight, some help, and Rise Grinder P. We're just trying to always help, use our network to help others grow and just make a positive impact on the world. And he came to us trying to make a positive impact on the world, and we're like, that's fantastic. Let's do it. However we can help, we're on board. I don't know if you want to talk more on that.
Yeah.
So wait,
even
let
what
me
this-
ask, what's your major or what?
My major is natural resource tourism, and then I got a minor in business too.
Okay, yeah.
But what I'm doing right now doesn't pertain too much to the natural resource tourism part of it. I'd say more towards the business part. I'm working for a nonprofit called Pivotal Places.
It's your internship, right?
Yeah, I'm interning for them. It's pretty much my what I have to graduate for, what I have to do to graduate. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's like my thesis project.
Gotcha.
So I'm doing an internship with them, and they are a sister nonprofit to a nonprofit in South Africa called Tshulu Trust, and they help them by getting funds from obviously out of South Africa, because where most of the areas that we look at are areas that are struggling a lot, especially in areas of economic income. So they're super, super far out of any big towns.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for them to find work. So what they've been doing is pushing tourism to help sustainable build
Yeah.
these areas.
Yeah.
And it's more of a concept of teach a man how to fish and he eats forever, instead of just giving him a fish. It's going and teaching them to build stuff instead of just, here's a house. And that's still wonderful. Please, if you can have the opportunity, go help these people build houses. But
Yeah.
also keep in mind, like, they should be learning with you if you can at all, because in 10 years when you're not there anymore, your house starts falling apart. You got to give them the knowledge to be able to be sustainable like we are here. Otherwise, it's just throwing money at something that is never going to build
it's
up.
Not sustainable.
Yeah.
That's funny. That reminds me of do you know Les Brown at all?
I do not.
He's just old school motivational.
Yeah, he's a
speaker.
good guy.
All right.
Old school. This guy's as old as. I mean, he's like Tony Robbins, an OG. But yeah, I remember one of his talks where like it was something like that. Like how somebody was telling him like so proud that, we just got $2 billion or whatever, this amount of money to rebuild these projects. And Les kind of said the same. It's like the same thing. It's like, if you don't change the people, money's not gonna do anything.
Right.
Like, that's just a waste of money.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I love that perspective, honestly, because you do hear a lot of people, and it's not bad, that are going out and helping build homes and like give back. And when you see a lot of that work, you see it to be a lot of looks like volunteers. You don't
Right.
see it doesn't look like people are helping that are part of the culture that they're helping out.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I love that. Like you said, the maintenance of it.
And it's super cool too. The whole way that this started was in 2018. There was a really cool opportunity through the Education Abroad program at Colorado State, and it was called Communities in Conservation. And
Okay.
Dr. David Bunn and Melissa McHale were running this program to take students down to study the relationship between the locals and conservation areas post-apartheid. Because during apartheid, government kind of came in and was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you got to go."
damn.
So they were displaced into these new areas, and now post-apartheid, it's hard for a community to be like, we have good relations with this areas, because some of them are still privately ran,
Yeah.
especially on the outskirts of the national parks, like the hunting reserves, game reserves,
Okay.
stuff like that. So that we started out going to multiple different reserves, talking to a ton of different influential people around South Africa, from the Black Mambas, who are an all-female anti-poaching group who have won silver ecotourism awards from NATO,
Damn.
to like
Yeah.
high up people in within some of the big universities at South Africa. We were talking to people who helped run the national parks, especially specifically Kruger National Park. And then when we finished, we went to Tshulu Camp, Tshulu Trust, who we're sister partners with. And the program is, you go stay at Tshulu, the camp. You live there, like learn a little bit. You get to explore the camp, and they have most beautiful scenery. You stay in these huts right above a river. You're kind
Is
of
it
on a
like-
hill, so it's overlooking it.
Is it
It's
like
really old
flat land
school.
though? Like,
No,
I'm trying to
it's
like,
mountainous.
yeah. See, I'm
Okay.
trying to picture
So-
like that. You'd think
It's like
think
a lot of red
Africa.
rock, almost like this area specifically is like Glen Canyon, I'd say, but dumbed down 100 times, like just
like
smaller.
Pride Rock from
Yeah.
Lion King.
Yes, just like that. And so we're in a savanna
Damn.
type area. So you're
That
seeing
just
these
gave me a
big-
whole like imagery.
Yeah, so you're seeing these big baobab trees too. The ones from
Yeah.
like Madagascar, the movie that the lemurs live in.
Yeah.
So you're overlooking this river and those red cliffs, and there are these huge baobab trees, and the sun sets right to the west, right over it.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
And then the next couple of days, you're there for 2 days, I believe. That's how long we were there for. And we did a homestay. So they ship you out to one of the villages within the area. And I think there were 11 of them. And you live in a homestay with a family. And you get to experience their life, live with them,
Yeah.
you cook with them, you clean with them, do the daily mundane things, and you just learn about their culture.
Yeah.
And the funds that you get from paying Tshulu Trust go directly to the family too, that helps host you. So these families, they're through tourism, are helped, and it's significant enough to be, I think it's $20 enough water for a person for 5 months, I want to say, right
Yeah.
around there. So
That's
$100
crazy,
per
bro.
person.
Yeah.
That's
That's
insane.
a lot for them. And these people are getting, on average, maybe 15 liters of water a day.
And they're not getting any of that right because of COVID.
Yes.
Right
So
now.
especially now
Yeah.
during COVID, when they have the borders completely shut down.
Yeah.
I think they just reopened, but
I was gonna.
it's still skeptical.
I was gonna say it was looking pretty sketch online.
Yeah.
I
And
remember
it's
looking
been
up
so
about that.
bad for so long
I
that,
want to throw this out there. I want to get some pictures from you.
yeah,
Hopefully we can throw up
Yeah.
display like as you're talking about some stuff
I got some on my phone right now too.
Yeah,
There's,
well-
Yeah. That'd be a good idea, man.
after this. I want to throw that out there if we don't forget.
Yeah. Recorded now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah, that would be cool. Big visuals.
Yeah, just like as he's talking about, because you were showing me some, And then like as you were explaining some stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I saw that picture and
Can
like
you pull it up right here? If we got it somehow, maybe if I found like Tshulu Trust itself, maybe a picture of
yeah.
like the camp.
Yeah, honestly, you should. Good. Why not? Yeah.
How you spell it again?
Tshulu.
Tshulu Trust.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm looking here too at their wilderness camp. That's kind of like what you did. Is
Yep.
that like, yeah.
So yeah, you go to the wilderness camp, and then one of the coolest things there was we got to interview a lot of the workers, and that was one of the most important things that all of us took away from it, was being able to talk to people, really learning their stories.
Yeah.
You know, coming back here, and we're like, you always think, oh yeah, like all these starving children, all these things, like they need just a lot more than food. They don't have water, medicine.
Yeah.
They don't even have paved roads all the
Yeah.
way out to these places. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a lot more. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there-
they're
and-
a lot further behind. I mean, and yeah, with COVID too, I can't imagine that.
I must say though, the most amazing part about the whole thing was people. They
That doesn't
all
that doesn't-
smiles, all smiles 24/7. Everyone
Yeah.
is so incredibly kind
That's so
to
cool
just
to hear.
give out their hand to help.
That's what's missing now. I'd say in like, you know, what a society or America now is just there's almost no sense of community. Like
Right.
like literally the community that you live in. Like, you know, you don't really know your neighbors in these like anymore. Like, you know,
Right.
like you used to. Like
Used to be,
you
oh,
used
I'm
to-
gonna go ask for some sugar
Yeah,
or some
cup of milk.
Yeah.
cup of milk. Like nowadays, that's
or not
not
even
a
that.
thing.
You used to be able to just pop by, knock on somebody's door without any, and then they'd invite you in, and like, you know, how crazy. Like,
yeah.
it wasn't like I didn't text you first. Like, I was just in the neighborhood. I literally,
Stop by.
yeah, like
Let's
I
see
don't
how you're
know. Yeah,
doing.
just that sense of community is very far away now.
That was a big thing too. Coming back, reverse culture shock.
Ooh,
You see the United States is industrialized.
mm,
Everyone has a car. Everyone has a somewhat nice house. You
Yeah.
know, like if you compare it,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not like
Oh,
a
yeah.
mud hut, you know. And then you see hospitals, nice roads, all these things. The one thing that was missed was smiles, kindness. That
wow.
was one thing that
Yeah.
lacked that I noticed right when I got back,
yeah.
smiling at people, and it was like, that person didn't smile back. That's wow.
You know,
Yeah.
that's
I don't know why.
that's so crazy.
We just talked about that today.
Well, yeah, and I could kind of relate to, you know, as far as culture shock. Not like I haven't been, you know, I haven't been out of the country yet, you know,
Right.
to see anything like that firsthand yet. But the culture shock of coming back from Burning Man. I don't know if I'm, you know what Burning Man is,
That's
yeah.
the one, it's in Nevada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been a few times now, but that's so funny you say that, because that is literally like when I get back, or when you come back here, it's the same thing.
Mhm.
Everybody calls it, you know, we go back to the default world is what we call it, but it's just, it feels mean
Yeah.
when you get back here. It's like people are
Yeah.
mad,
Mm.
and like there's no like you don't get smiles back sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
it's not always like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel that. That's
Even when you go to countries, they're like, sometimes it's hard because you need, some people are more introverted, extroverted,
mhm.
especially depending on where you are in the country.
Yeah,
When you're
facts.
in New York City, you smile at someone,
Yeah.
what are
Yeah.
you doing? Why are you smiling at me?
Yeah.
But you're in Colorado, maybe Texas,
Yeah.
depending on where you're, Midwest, something, where it's, you know, a little bit more tight-knit community out of a big city, I'd
Yeah.
say. And it's been nice moving out to Colorado. Almost feels like an island vibe. Have you both grown up here your whole life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, tell the people where you're from.
Yeah,
We didn't even
I'm
ask.
from a small town on the outskirts of Chicago, so the suburbs. My town is the
Hey.
last town. If you go west, it's cornfields until like the Mississippi River. And if you go east, it's Chicago.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of like both
Yeah.
lives. I grew up right around rural areas and then also like metropolitan areas. So you got that
Yeah.
nice mix of going out and like messing around in cornfields, also like going around messing around the city.
Yeah.
And you have a nice small town
I kind of
cool
feel like
community vibe.
that's like it is here. Like I've
It
always kind of
is.
felt like that.
It is.
Where it's like because we grew up in Littleton. Littleton's like a cozy little town.
Yeah.
Kind of
we
feels
got-
like there's
Yeah.
cushions around it.
we have
in
the
a way.
mountains to explore and go snowboarding an hour
Yeah.
away. Red Rocks, 15 minutes
What
away
is-
from our house.
And like, yeah, it's not even that.
And then if you go the other way, it's
Blessed.
just open fields of DIA.
Yeah.
But then we also have like Denver, which is an up and coming city for sure. That's definitely popping.
Yeah. And so many people are moving out here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it did, especially for the first couple years, it really felt like, wow, this place is, everyone seems so much happier. You know, everyone's fit. But you know,
that is one thing.
everyone
yeah.
goes outside. Everyone loves the outdoors.
Well, that's one
skiing,
thing too. I was
snowboarding.
gonna say you haven't really like, you got Fort Collins,
Yeah.
which is super like, because I moved up here and I was like, yo, like everybody's bikes, like why is there bike?
Yeah.
Why is there so many bikers? It's kind of annoying, but it's kind of cool to see. Like
Mhm.
I don't know, it's a weird. Fort Collins is unique
Yeah.
to say the least.
I would agree.
Especially with
100%.
like people living here all year round, and then you have school that adds 30,000 people to town. Which
Yeah. It's
it
been
gets
weird with
crazy.
COVID.
Oh, it has.
It's not the same town at all.
If you go out for dinner
Yeah.
at night on a Thursday, which is where like the bar drinking night in our town,
Yeah, it gets rowdy.
it is dead. There would be lines out the wazoo of those buildings, and now it's like there's
True.
20 people
Yeah.
inside, and I have to wait 45 minutes to get in.
Yeah. And I have to stay at my table. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm not. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
it is what it is. But it's just to reflect on like
yes,
what it was.
That's what's crazy. about
And
it.
like compare, contrast. It's like a whole 360.
One thing too, have you guys realized how gross we were before
Yeah.
the whole pandemic? Like, yeah, you want to drink? Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah.
All
Like,
of it. Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
Yes.
And now people aren't getting sick as much.
I know. I haven't been sick all year. I haven't got COVID. Thankfully, knock on wood. Yeah.
yeah, buddy.
And that's one thing. I usually always get bronchitis right around this time of year. The air starts changing.
Yep.
I've always had worse
Not this
lungs.
year, baby.
This year,
No way.
not there. And I don't know why, but I love it.
Your immune system said, "Oh,
I
Yeah.
know,
I'm
right?
gonna fight that."
Because you're doing important work. That's why. Ain't got time for that.
Ain't got time to have that bronchitis.
Ain't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time.
Yeah, I didn't even hold on. I'm gonna read this real quick. I didn't even see this.
Yeah, man.
Tshulu Trust is a nonprofit. Yeah, just because I figured they can't see it.
Oh yeah.
Is a nonprofit Tshulu Trust is a nonprofit, non-governmental organization located in Hamakua,
Hamakoya.
Hamakoya,
Yep.
in northern Limpopo province in South Africa, which aims to alleviate poverty and enhance local economic development by assisting the community to utilize their natural and cultural resources sustainability. So yeah,
This just
So this
for
is-
everyone on there. This is not what I'm a part of. Like,
Right.
This is its own separate entity. that
right.
we
But
help
that's
out.
what I was just gonna say. Like, so was it like pivotal places that
This
found these people to work with?
right. So if we're going back to the two professors who took us on this trip, Dr.
Yeah.
David Bunmuscale had ties with them beforehand. I could sit here and give a whole podcast on David, especially that he is the world's most interesting man without a captain's hat and a beer in his hand. Without no second. I swear, he has been through the ringer up and down 5 times through.
Damn.
And he could sit there.
Got some
The-
experience under his
Yeah,
belt.
one of the first times we got to South Africa, we were actually out exploring. We just walked around, Latin name and English name, Latin name, English name for anything you ask.
Damn.
It's like, what? No way! This is so cool.
That
And
sounds
then-
like the kind of guy I'd want to learn from.
Yeah, and he's just so kind-hearted, down to earth.
Yeah.
And then Melissa is like a go after it and get it. Like, let's grind it. So it's like a power
Yup.
of 2 people doing it.
Uh,
Yeah, and then so all of us helped start Pivotal Places, but
right.
almost all of us, except for 3 or 4, had to leave just for school, other things.
Life.
I was a sophomore when we went on this trip, and it was nice to help start it, but I just had so much, I couldn't really do it.
Yeah.
So we had some troopers stay with it, and they got their 501c bank account, so they're recognized through the
501c3.
government as a nonprofit fully.
Yeah.
It's its own entity, and
Yeah.
now I'm back a part of it. Couldn't be happier. I love it.
Yeah, that full circle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, tell us a little bit about what your idea that you came to us with. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, that we're gonna be in these next few weeks. I think gonna be pushing pretty hard, and
Yeah.
just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I thought this would fit perfectly for your guys's your vibe.
Yeah.
It was a 5K, but instead of having it in a set location like normally would,
Right.
we're making a virtual 5K. So if you sign up, you can run it anywhere. You could run it in London if you live in London. You could run it in Fort Collins, Chicago, wherever you want.
Yo, I don't know about you, B, but that sounds COVID safe. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one
Sounds
thing.
like I'm gonna be a part of that.
Yeah, that was one thing we definitely wanted to stick to, is try and be as COVID friendly as possible,
Yeah.
as well as stay away from we do have some ideas that are strictly on Zoom, but I feel like people are itching to get away, so we brought up this idea of the 5K, and you could run, walk, anyone at any age can join, and basically what it is for COVID relief in South Africa, to help this community, especially the Makoya area that we were just looking at.
Yeah.
So it'll be, I think, $15 to $20 for entry. We haven't put a full price on it yet, but you will get your name on the website as a donor. It's tax deductible too. So anyone out there is listening, want to get a little benefit on that, it's looking good.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know us too. You know, we're always trying to do this stuff, and
Yeah.
that's why we were so blessed. Joe came to us. We were like, yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
It was a no-brainer.
Yup.
I know. I felt like I was just talking at you guys when I was giving you the idea, and you're just like, okay, yeah, yep, we can do that.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
Yeah, exactly. That was one thing that was huge.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's I don't know, smart. It's easy way.
Yep.
They're not getting the tourism like you were saying.
Right.
You know, they need more help than ever, and this is just something so simple.
And it's almost a good incentive. Get active, yo.
Yeah.
Get outside.
It wraps
you can
around.
walk
That's why like it wraps around everything we already preach.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we preach about, giving back, and give back to your community, but sometimes people need more help than others. That's just how it is. And,
Yeah. We've been helping our community. We've been helping other
and
communities, going out to LA.
we'll continue to do that.
100%.
Yeah, like
We'll
we're going to
continue.
continue to help every community we're in, or
Yeah.
we can. Yeah.
And that's why I knew you guys love helping people with their grind.
Yep.
That's
exactly.
your grind, is just
Exactly.
being awesome and rock and roll. And Brevin came up with this idea, was to track the app, or track your run on the Nike
Yeah.
Run app. So it's a free download.
So is that
And,
what you're going to be? I meant to ask you about that.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the app, or I don't really know anything about it, but is it like, you just start, and then you just stamp it, or what? It just pretty much
Yep.
tracks your
You
time.
can track your run, and then you just take a screenshot of it, send it in. Top 5 participants will get an award, and that I believe will be gift cards. It'll be Amazon gift cards. You'll automatically, if you're a runner, even if you don't actually have to run, we want you to run.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can just donate.
No. We're gonna get RGR fam. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
you better
out
get
there.
out there running.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get
we-
some runners.
Yeah, we got some runners.
You send it in.
Got a shuffle in the seat.
Yeah.
But yeah, what
And
were
then
you saying?
you send it in. We'll track it, and then we also we'll have a hashtag. Also, hopefully by the time this is up, I'll have the whole event page, poster, everything set up. So
Mhm.
maybe we could put a link right down there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
follow
hopefully-
it. Well,
yeah, I
maybe
mean,
even in Pivotal Places or something.
We should make a promo video too.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, we can get after
I was
that.
kind of just thinking it'd be cool to mix a promo video with also an instructional video of like how people are going to track it and send it in.
Right.
So like put it all into
Yeah,
one.
for sure.
That's a
And,
good
like
call.
you can screen record on the phone,
Mhm.
like what you do, how to start it,
Yeah.
and then just like I got some ideas in my head already
100%.
right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, as we're recording this, it's Wednesday. We'll have this up by the weekend, and I'm sure we'll have some links to throw in the description
Yep.
and everything. And yeah, we're gonna be pushing this hard too. So it's gonna be
Good
known.
stuff.
It's gonna be known from us.
Yeah.
and
And
that's why I wanted you to throw your Snap, and you could throw your Insta too or whatever. I know you're gonna
I will forfeit both those completely and throw Pivotal Places straight on.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want, my name's Joe Burke. You can find me
You-
wherever. I'm not hitting on the internet. You can find me.
Mr. Joe Burke. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
Pivotal Places up.
Yep.
Have it all
Yeah,
links
we'll,
in bio.
we'll have everything in the description. Check everything out for yourselves. And
Because that's a cool story too. If those are the grinders.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting here talking about like me doing the event and everything, but the president, the treasurer, especially,
yeah,
are the grinders. They have been through the thick and thin, stuck through it the whole time, even through their full-time job. So
That's
shout
good
out to you
shit.
guys if you're hearing this.
Yeah, everyone's
yeah.
got their 9 to 5,
Yeah.
but what are you doing from 5 to 9?
Yeah, exactly.
Pivotal Places, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
But
Building
I'm just
pivotal
happy that I
places.
could come back and help in
Yeah.
any way. And the thing is, that one donation of $15, $20, that's so much water for
Yeah,
that helps them so much more.
yeah.
That's like a sit down meal.
I mean,
here.
that's crazy too. Like that's something. Yeah, people need to know that. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
People
I
need to
love
know
having,
like that their ticket, like literally.
And we
That's
do
a lot.
talk to the Tshulu Trust a lot, and especially the employees there. It's specifically to talk about like, what do you guys fundraise for, like solar panels, stuff like that,
Yeah.
like we need. So they update constantly on what money for stuff like that. So it's not like give us your money and that's it. Like if you
Yeah.
want to follow up, like you will definitely know exactly where your money's going.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
I hope that I'm gonna have to keep a little more tabs on the South African borders
Yeah.
and COVID. I'd really love to get out there. Like
I have to
that's
send you
that
down there
sounds-
for their promotional video.
yeah, literally.
Yeah,
That'd be so cool.
do it for
Like,
free.
I
You
mean,
take
as you were explaining that to us earlier, I'm like,
Yeah.
come on.
you take a truck out
Ride
there
rock.
too, like a game called a GDV game drive vehicle.
Yeah,
So you know when you go on a safari,
yeah.
like those
Yeah.
enclosed cars, like that's what
Yeah.
you're taking because
Some car,
like a normal car
some-
can't really
well,
rock on those roads,
some cargo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and you're pretty much off roading in what seems like Mars. You're almost like in Utah, but
Oh,
it
Lord.
there's it's like Utah except trees, like savanna, short trees, and you never
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
One of the coolest things too is the ant eaters, the termite,
Oh,
the termite
damn.
mounds. Some of them were bigger than elephants.
No.
Straight up
What?
15 feet tall, 10
Oh
feet
my
wide.
God.
And we started hearing stories about it. And it's like, yeah, that it was over 40. I don't want to give it like some preposterous number of how much amount of time. I think it was 40 years
Okay.
amount of time, something like that. I have
Yeah,
to
man.
fact check. I haven't looked up on termite
Yeah.
mounds in a while, but
I'm not.
No.
I'm honestly not well educated on
yeah,
termites.
but these
Yeah.
they were huge. I thought that was one of the most impressive things that I seen
Yeah.
yeah,
out of the
animals
animal
are
and
crazy.
insect world.
Makes me excited to see the world, man.
Yeah,
New perspective, stimulus. It's all good.
and that's the
I'm
thing is
just
that
try- I'm-
if you really give people your respect when you go out, try and live their culture. You may speak their
Mhm.
language a little bit. You don't
Yeah,
go
we were
there and
talking
just
about
like
that.
get in their face.
We were talking about that. Just even trying to
Yeah.
speak a native language is like most of the time that's like they'll respect that.
Yeah.
Like they see you're trying, like they're like, thanks.
I think it's a Nelson Mandela quote. It goes something along the lines of, if you speak to a man in your language, he understands. But if you speak to a man in his language, he gives you his heart. Something along the lines
Huh.
of that. So like when
Whoa.
like he'll listen to you
Yeah.
when you're speaking to him, But if you speak to him in his language, it like that means so much more. That's just like, oh, wow, they're trying. That's just, and every time I thought of that, I was like, wow. Whenever I meet people from France, Spain, Mexico, anywhere,
Damn.
and you can tell English isn't their first language. They have their accents.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I really respect it. First of all, you can even speak English fluently. There's a couple words here and there, but
yeah,
I can speak a couple of things in Spanish and French, and that's like basically about it. And it's weird to think about,
Yeah. No, it's crazy perspective.
Yeah, that mutual respect though, it goes a long way. I even got the patos at work. At the farm.
Mm-hmm.
But like they respect it, and it's kind of like it's different when you're like when it's like a little work relationship type deal. But it's still like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Like
right.
just trying. Yeah, they appreciate it.
Try, people.
Try.
Yeah, try.
Yeah, honestly, I think we could wrap it up, but
yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
that quote
I was just about to.
it felt like,
I think that's how we should wrap it up, and that's why I was gonna
Should
say.
I look up what the actual quote is?
Yeah, because I want you to repeat that, and we'll end it on that quote. I really like that. I was literally sitting here I lost a couple after you said. I was like on that quote. Like, jeez. That's no, that's good, man. But definitely be up. We're gonna end it on this badass quote, but make sure to subscribe. Definitely subscribe below.
Yeah, smash that subscribe button.
Smash that
hit
like.
the bell to get updates on when we got new videos dropping.
The bell.
Ting 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 ting.
Yeah.
Thank
Smash
you for listening to. Don't forget to check out Pivotal Places in the 5K.
Yo,
Yes,
check
sir.
it. If you think Joe's a stud, I want you to smash that like button too.
Yeah, smash
Please
that like
smash the
button.
like button. Please smash the like button.
And leave a comment and tell him his glasses look good.
All right. We're gonna end it on this quote from Joe.
From Nelson Mandela.
Oh.
If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart.
All my produce organic, front and back handed, wouldn't even understand it. L-Town bandits and a piece of ceramic, too much on my mind, guess I'll try and cram it. Teachers teaching lies, try to understand it. Me, myself, and I caught up in the madness. Oh. Repeat, defeat. I seek dis-ease,
discomfort,
cookout, grilled cheese,
butcher box, baby.
Lying in me feeling hungry. I got jokes, but this ain't funny.
No.
I've been grinding, trying to be fulfilled. Shit, all you jokers chases money.
No.
1 4 1 2. What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?